In the following video, we will be doing a non-stop purchase request. To do this, we will select purchasing from the left list. We will scroll down to purchase request and select purchase request. The current entry transactions will be listed below, and we will select all supervisor entry transaction. All purchase requests that have previously been generated will be displayed within the left list. So to create a new purchase request, we can select new from the right list. Once the new has been selected, all previous details would have been cleared. As we can see, the requester has defaulted, so this will be the person doing the purchase request capturing. We'll see that the request site has defaulted. See if this needs to be changed, it can be removed. We can select the selection icon, and one of the sites below can be selected. We can then enter a quote request date, and if a specific buyer code needs to be referenced, it can be entered. So now we need to specify a specific non-stock product that we can use for this purchase request. To do so, we can click on the selection icon. So all current products within Sage X3 will be listed. If you know what your non-stock products are, you can search for them by one of the selection fields or search fields. And once you have located your non-stock products, you can select your product. When you selected your product, the product and its description would now have defaulted. If the receiving site is different than your request site, it can be entered simply by removing the receiving site, clicking on the selection site, and selecting one of the sites below. Material required date can now be entered by clicking on the calendar and selecting the date you would require to get the product. The purchasing unit will default from the product setup within the system. Now we can enter the purchase quantity that we need. Once we tab, it moves over to the supplier. We can click on the selection icon to enter one of our suppliers. Calculated order date will default depending on the lead time of the product setup in conjunction with the quote requested date. The material required date will work you out the actual date, calculated order date. So we can now enter the net price if the price has not defaulted from a price list or the base price of the actual product. The currency will also default, as well as the account. If any specific dimensions needs to be entered with regards to the purchase request, they can be entered underneath department, project, or employee. We need to enter the tax code, which will be no VAT, which is the tax code for no VAT will apply. Once you've entered all your details and it comes to the second line, if no further non-stock products needs to be entered, we can simply click on escape, and then we can click on create from the right list. We can now see that a new request number has been generated. To see this request number within the left list, we can hit escape and F5, and the list will be updated with our new non-stock purchase request. So the following step that we will follow will be to create the purchase order. So the purchase order can be generated from two places. It can either be created from the actual request by simply clicking on order from the right list, or we can actually go into the order screen where we can then create the order and select the purchase request. So for the following example in the following video, we will be going into the order screen. So to go back to the navigation page, click on Close Page.